Your Excellency, Dr.
Musalia David, Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency Honorable Peter Siacho, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade of the Republic of Hungary, and esteemed members of the delegation,
distinguished senior government officials present, esteemed colleagues from Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to this press briefing where the two principals will shed light on the long-standing diplomatic relationship between Kenya and Hungary that has reached a significant milestone of 6 years. We will start with His Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you. Your Excellency Peter Siato, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade of the Republic of Hungary, Ambassador, distinguished officials, members of the press, good afternoon. I am honored today to receive and welcome Peter Siato, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade of the Republic of Hungary, to Kenya. Indeed, this visit is symbolic as it coincides with the celebration of 6 decades of excellent relations between our countries. I thank His Excellency Peter Siato for his political goodwill to cement these relations by being here today. Kenya and Hungary share a strong bond of friendship evidenced by the exchange of a number of high-level visits between our countries. These include the visit to Kenya by the President of Hungary in January 2022, visit by the Speaker of the Hungarian Parliament in March 2023, and last week we hosted the Minister for Agriculture of Hungary. It is in this spirit that Kenya is keen to open an embassy in Budapest to further strengthen these good relations. We have just concluded a very fruitful engagement where we have exchanged views on the current state of our relationship and explored how we can strengthen and consolidate these relations between our two countries. We have deliberated on the key sectors of our relations, including trade and economic cooperation, agriculture and food security, education, environment and climate change, as well as regional and multilateral cooperation, among others. On trade and investment, we held in-depth discussions on ways of enhancing trade and investment and shared ideas on new opportunities to improve the balance of trade between our two countries. I am pleased to note that there is a trade delegation accompanying the foreign minister, and they are meeting with the Kenyan businessmen and women to share on possible areas of partnership. I encourage the business delegation accompanying the foreign minister to explore the huge untapped investment opportunities in Kenya. Indeed, Hungary is a valuable partner to Kenya in the education sector. I wish to express our deep appreciation for the support provided by the government of Hungary through the Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship, which offers 200 scholarships annually to Kenyan students to pursue their studies in different fields in Budapest. The scholarships have not only enhanced people-to-people cooperation, but also catalyzed substantial positive transformations across multiple sectors of our society. I have engaged my Hungarian colleague on the possibility of increasing the number of these scholarships to 500 if possible, to be given more room to give more room to a larger number of our young people to benefit from this excellent opportunity. We have deliberated on ways of strengthening our relations in agriculture. I am pleased to note that later today, the two sides will also sign an agreement on the financing of 2 key projects by Hungary. They include the rehabilitation and upgrading of the pumping station in the Ahero irrigation scheme in Kisumu, and the establishment of the Kabonyo Regional Service and Training Center of Excellence in Kisumu. This focuses on fisheries. And I am confident that there will be similar discussions that will foresee the attainment of food security in the country and the region at large. On environment and climate action, we have shared our concerns on the existential threat posed by climate change and underscored the need for a concerted effort to address these challenges. We have agreed to work together to step up our efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and strengthen resilience and adaptive capacity by prioritizing green growth. We have also agreed to work collectively to advocate for a more reformed and inclusive global climate financing framework. On the multilateral front, I have sought the support of the Minister, His Excellency, the President's global agenda on climate action, biodiversity protection, and the need to accelerate green growth. We have agreed to work together in addressing the global dialogue in financing for development promotion of inclusivity and equality, as well as teaming up to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. I have sought Hungary's support, and I do so again, in championing for a fair and just multilateral system with a more inclusive global financing architecture. I have also extended an invitation for Hungary to participate in the upcoming IDA 21 Replenishment Drive Summit to be held in Nairobi on the April 28 to 29 this year. As I conclude, I take this opportunity to once again thank His Excellency the Minister, Peter Siato, for the fruitful engagement and measurable milestones we have achieved today, recognizing the tremendous opportunities our relations present for the mutual benefit of our two countries. I reaffirm Kenya's commitment to deepen and broaden our relations with Hungary and to look forward to many more engagements in the future. Thank you. I hand over to you.
Thank you, dear Minister. First of all, after 8 years, the last time I had the honor to visit here was 2016. And this year, especially, I'm happy to be back because this gives me the chance to personally celebrate the 60th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic ties of our relationship. And this relationship has been characterized by mutual respect for the last entire 60 years. And the significance of this mutual respect is increasing now as we have been living in an era of dangers. Era of dangers characterized by wars all around the world and an ever-growing threat of terror. And unfortunately, the African continent has been specially exposed to the growing threat of terror. And growing threat of terror is one of the most significant root causes of migration. So therefore, we in Hungary recognize and appreciate a lot of the role Kenya has been playing when it comes to the fight against terror and when it comes to taking care of refugees. We understand Kenya has been taking care of more than 700,000 refugees for a long time now. And we understand Kenya has to mobilize all its efforts and capacities to counter the threat of terror, especially putting into consideration that terror organization Al-Shabaab is being present here very heavily. And I have to tell you that from the European perspective, the more successful Kenya is in the anti-terror fight, the more successful Kenya is in taking care of the refugees, the more safe and secure circumstances we do have in Europe. Because the security of Europe starts with the stability of Africa. Therefore, we need those countries a lot, which through their efforts can enhance the stability on this continent, and therefore Kenya definitely deserves all of our support. And Hungary does support Kenya in order to become stronger and more developed, because the stronger and more developed and more stable you are, the more secure we are back at home. So today, and we do not only help in words, because everybody can help in words. We do help with actions as well. So today, 2 contracts will be signed about preferential loan provided by Hungary to Kenya to an extent of $15 million, which equals around 6 billion Hungarian forints. And under the framework of these 2 contracts of preferential loan, Hungarian companies will establish a center of fisheries and a modernization of a regional irrigation system. With these 2 investments, agriculture of Kenya will be modernized, and the security of safe food supply will also be improved. On the other hand, the Hungarian government has made a decision to ensure a financial assistance of 200 million forints, which equals around $500,000, to establish a agricultural education and research center, a pilot farming project basically, where Hungarian seeds will be planted, researched, and used to modernize the Kenyan agricultural system. On the other hand, we continue to provide 200 scholarships for the Kenyan students on the Hungarian universities. And since there have been 3,000 applications submitted year by year in the recent 4 to 5 years, I think it is a good reason that the minister has put forward the request to increase the number of scholarships in Hungary. If the number of submitted requests continue to grow, then we will definitely put this very positively into consideration. In order to attract more students, not only from Kenya, but from the entire Eastern African region to Hungary, we decided to expand our Education Hungary Recruitment Office, which will now offer the English language courses of not only 4, but 6 prestigious Hungarian universities. Today we hand over the expanded capacities of this recruitment office here in Nairobi as well. Our agricultural university will sign 3 agreements with local companies and research institutions to improve agricultural cooperation. And I'd like to welcome the fact that Kenya has decided to build a nuclear power plant. We do welcome that another country enters into the club of pro-nuclear countries, which helps to decrease the emission globally, and which helps to contribute to the climate goals, to the green goals, among them those which have been set out in the plan of your president, which we cherish a lot. So today we have signed an agreement just in the last minutes about a nuclear education and training cooperation, in the framework of which we will offer our capacities to train the upcoming nuclear engineers and experts of Kenya, and we offer to hand over the experiences of our regulatory framework, which has been in place in Hungary for a long time, since Hungary has been using nuclear for 5 decades now. Last but not least, Hungary is taking over the presidency of the European Union as of 1st of July. I heard and I agreed with what the minister has said about a desire for a more fair and just and balanced international political system. I agree, because nowadays international political system is more about lecturing and criticizing instead of working together. So Hungary is gonna taking the fair share in this regard, and we are happy that last year economic partnership agreement between Kenya and European Union has been signed, and we will do our best during our presidency to put it into application, into power, into force as well. That will help the bilateral economic and trade cooperation to flourish as well. Minister, thank you so much for your very kind hospitality here. We're happy to be back to Kenya, and we hope that we will be able to welcome you in Budapest soon as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Excellencies. We will have a brief ceremony of exchanging gifts. The two principals will be exchanging gifts, and thereafter we'll have also a very short ceremony of a photo just at the staircases.
Right? I follow you.
Yes.
Maybe we can get a photo with them holding the gifts and exchanging the gifts, just them alone. Thank you. Thank you very much. Excellencies, you will remain right there for a full photo. Thank you so much. A handshake. A nice smile. Thank you very much.